All right. My name is Marguerite Mariscal. I'm in charge of digital media for Momofuku. Thank you for having me. Restaurants have come a very long way in design towards web and social media. The very fact that I'm standing here says a lot. We used to be a breed of flash sites, home pages that automatically played dance music, and required downloading Adobe Acrobat to read a menu. My job is to avoid these pitfalls and to ensure that our website, social media, and design are representative of our company and our values. So what is Momofuku? It changes on an almost daily basis. So we have 4 restaurants in New York City, 1 bar. It all started with Momofuku Noodle Bar in 2004. David Chang is the chef. Then we opened 1 restaurant in Sydney, Seobo, and then most recently we opened a 3-story glass complex in Toronto that has 3 restaurants and a bar. So the restaurants range entirely in terms of quick service to tasting menus, but across the board, it's all about quality ingredients and an unfussy setting and service style. So in addition to the restaurants, we also have Momofuku Milk Bar, which is a bakery headed up by Christina Tosi. There's 5 in New York City, 1 in Toronto. Lucky Peach is going into its 10th issue. It's a quarterly food journal run by Peter Meehan and Chris Ying. Booker and Dax is not only the name of our bar in New York City, but also a budding kitchen equipment company. Our first product, the Searsol, just launched on Kickstarter and raised 3 times the funding that we were looking for, which is pretty exciting. And then Kaizen Training Company is the retail division of our culinary lab, and they're producing 2 products called Hozon and Bonji that are fermented food products similar to miso and tamari. So that currently is in a bunch of restaurants around the country and possibly is going to retail in the future. So what do all of these crazy things have in common? So basically, Momofuku's core values, or Changisms, as some people call them. 1, making a quality product. 2, undersell and overdeliver. And 3, always add value. That's probably the biggest one, that across anything we do, it's always about adding value. I always try to take the same steps in everything that we do for our digital and social presence. Since we opened in 2004, we've handled all promotion, PR, marketing, you name it, in-house. We've been fortunate enough that we've had PR agencies, press, and our customers come to us for information, whether it's our website or reaching out to us directly. But the exciting thing that kind of happened with social media is that all kind of changed. We began to reach out through our social communities. We stopped relying on people coming to us, and we really started to be the instigators. We were able to create the stories that we wanted and kind of see the press and gain the ability to break our own stories, which never really was possible for a restaurant group before social media. We were able to promote events, employees, our friends, initiatives, programs that excited us the way that we wanted to. So that kind of led to the creation of Momofuku Longplay, which is our blog on Tumblr. It seemed like the right platform, flexible scale, large and short form. We were basically, before this, chaining ourselves to the 140 character limit for event promotion for Twitter, kind of designing for an interface that wasn't really what we were looking for. So Longplay kind of provided a space to highlight our company, our employees, our friends. As social media presence grew, so did our ability to dictate and create the stories and press that we wanted. Continuing that trend for Lucky Peach, Booker and Dax, and Kaizen Training Company, we've set them up on their own social networks, their own websites, mostly on Tumblr. So now we can have all of them kind of interacting with each other, creating their own content, basically making a stronger web of platforms for us to promote what we're doing. We're big fans of the expression, the rising tide lifts all boats, and that's kind of the principle that we use in terms of social media and our different companies. With Tumblr, we're able to use Longplay as a blog, but also as an aggregate for all of what's happening around the different companies. Longplay has become the epicenter for every event, offering, and happening at all of our companies and all of our restaurants. With newfound power and possibility, it took us some time to kind of figure out how to best utilize the platforms. Our goal is to add value, so we started interviewing our chefs, giving background on dishes and ingredients, highlighting our friends and family through Q&As. At first, we found our greatest success came from our least effort. Food porn, reblogging food porn, and more food porn were kind of the top 3 hits of Momofuku Longplay. As we kind of rethought our presentation, we kind of wanted to be producing the stories that we believe should get out there, but our efforts weren't really being rewarded. Our blog was on the verge of becoming an 800-word interview with a chef, followed by a photo of a pork bun. Our blog was starting to resemble the career of an A-list actor, following the one for me, one for them movie model in terms of our content. I looked at the content and kind of realized that our ratio of design to text was not doing us any favors. We were putting time into creating these graphics that would basically head up a post, but the post would then follow with about 500, 600 words of text. So these weren't really getting anywhere or circulating that much, not at least to what we wanted. So we still do Q&As, but instead of kind of the old format of a long interview, we decided to mail these postcards out to all of our chefs around the world, our friends and family, and then had them pre-postage so they could send them back to us. And then we've basically been posting these on Momofuku ever since they've started to roll in. So once again, doing a Q&A with people that we think are interesting, but in a fully designed package that is way more geared towards social media than anything that we were doing before. Another example of this initiative would be these 2 cards on the bottom, these proximity maps. So Ma Pesh is located right in the heart of Midtown, close to Central Park, Rockefeller Center, Columbus Circle, Carnegie Hall. We wanted to kind of find a way of illustrating that. Same with the bottom postcard. Momofuku Toronto is in the entertainment district, so super close to like every sports stadium, opera house, concert halls. So we wanted to find a way to kind of do this in a visually appealing setting. So we got Jason Pollan, who we absolutely love, and Tom Brigham, who's based in London, and we got them to make these 2 postcards, which have been great because not only are they shareable across all of social media, but also we turn these into postcards for our restaurants and use them as check presenters, and basically one design used in multiple facets of our company with the same message. So from there, we applied the same logic to our event posters, taking all the information and packaging it into one product that can be easily moved across platforms. By designing the whole experience in one graphic, we had a complete message that you couldn't lose how you make a reservation, the date, as it was reblogged, retweeted, removed from its native environment. One of the greatest lessons we learned from this is basically streamlining our message. By forcing all the information to live in one place, it was extremely important to weed out redundant or excessive language, or if you needed to have it live elsewhere, whether it be an Eventbrite or a page on our website. Basically removing anything that was not essential to getting someone to want more information. It was not about less is more, it was about quality impact and making sure that whatever we put onto these things were what we wanted circulating. Additionally, we learned about designing towards our fan base and our customers. Lucky Peach and Milk Bar, for example, are 2 very distinctive brands, and whatever we design for them should 100% reflect that. Even before, or even between restaurants, Co will have a $200 tasting menu, and Noodle Bar will have a ramen pop-up, and even those 2 looks can't be the same at all. Additionally, we got to do the same thing where we were utilizing our friends and family. For example, this poster down here is by Mike Houston, who actually did an original drawing of Ivan Orkin, the guy right there, for the first issue of Lucky Peach. So we called him up, had him come back, make us an event poster. So there was kind of this continuity between this thing that happened in 2011 that, people that were diehard Lucky Peach fans, the first issue of Lucky Peach is completely like sold out, impossible to find. So there was a little bit of a connection for people that followed him, knew who he was, wanted to come in. So that's all great. Kind of one of our best examples, I think, the one that we're really proud of, is our late night dinner series that we do at Sambar. So this is an event that Matt Rodofker, the chef de cuisine of Sambar, was super into. He wanted to do a late night dinner series that brought chefs in from different cities, and he wanted it to be late enough that chefs as well as guests could both attend. And it was also super important for him that the price point was low enough that a young chef could experience a restaurant even if they didn't have the money to go to the actual city that the restaurant was in. So our department was tasked with promoting a dinner at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, which not the easiest thing in the world. And we decided to go with this simple teaser image as just kind of the first piece of it, something that was shareable, zero information, clean design. We also kind of hoped that people would get hooked without realizing that it was a dinner at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday. So this simple image. Oh, also, just in terms of design, it's like something like this with no text. Well, in terms of circulation on Tumblr, those things will always outweigh anything else that's like text heavy. That's just the name of the game. So we thought, let's go with this, lead with it, see where this goes, and then put the real thing out after. So we published this thing on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Longplay, with just the date below it, nothing else. And I think this image is really nice because it's more than just good design. It really speaks to our customers and our fans. It's like a little puzzle for our community to figure out with just the address, the restaurant logo, and a moon and a tree. Within hours, every New York and Philadelphia food publication had posted a story, Momofuku Sambar hosting Philadelphia's Zahav for a late-night dinner series on April 9th, all just from this one image. And of course, we could have gone ahead and done the same exact statement, but it would never have had the same circulation, the same excitement that was built by having this kind of little guy out there first. So a week later, we posted the actual event poster, which once again received another round of press. And so this event sold out instantly. And what's more, we added a 1 a.m. seating to meet the demand, which also sold out. So I think this kind of idea is what we're going for in terms of our digital promotion. It's designing things that not only appeal to social media, but also appeal to your particular social community. And those are going to be the things that are going to excel. Second.